pierogi. I'm a huge fan of pierogi. I couldn't find any borscht though, but you know, I'll live without the borscht. I'll take the pierogi all day. And they go up key as well. Right, the unpause is here, so we will begin this game of Mirage, the Stars of FURIA versus the Comet, with 9 pandas on it.
Yes.
Let's see what they have to offer on the T side. There's HF in the chat. Have fun. No good luck, though. These teams want all the luck themselves. Victoria will have the grenades for the team. Xu has been made the raid boss. She has a P250 and some Kevlar. Plenty of long ranges with which to try and land the headshot. Gonna see some run boost action.
And as soon as that decoy goes down, they just go in full force, no stopping to this at all. And so far, it's very difficult for FURIA to keep a hold of this. It's only Gabby right here on the back of the side trying to do anything, but it has been denied. And 9 pandas, they just come victorious in just a matter of a couple of seconds.
That P250 in the hands of Kasu putting in great work. Shot through connector, shot from one end of B to the other, showing its power. Again, if you're not familiar, it has about double the one-shot range of a Glock, the P250 on a pistol round. So when you've got big open map like Mirage, it can really come in handy if you've got an aimer who can deliver the headshots. And Kasu was that person for 9 fearless pandas. 9 fearless pandas, 9 pandas fearless.
I know the name is confusing, especially with me also being in the room. But Tati, okay, taking out here Gabby, the first opportunity at hand. And keep in mind, FURIA, they are going for a force buy for this one. So that means that they are hoping to get something going here in this round. But already with the player early lost, not very much of an ideal start. But who knows? Of course, at the end of the day, the bomb needs to come towards them, not the other way around. But the amount of space that they're getting for free, look at how far Victoria has already pushed up. And there we go, Scout is out.
That's great position for the squad. Remainder of FURIA staying on the B bomb site for now. They can just basically consider the next round a force buy. They found a scout. No need to throw the good money after the bad. We're gonna have to wait to see OLGA on the CT side, on the T side, excuse me. I think it was against HSG. She was running up short constantly and causing a lot of problems. If we see a rematch of that later down the line, I'm sure we're gonna see a very different HSG as far as well trained as they were on Mirage with the retakes on the A bomb sites and so on. I think since late last year, since the last LAN that we had. So much room for improvement. If you're really willing to put the work in, then amazing things could happen. Can't wait to see those stories play out. FURIA maybe collecting something extra at the end of this round. Indeed, the MAC-10. That's pretty good for them. You can give the Deagle to one of the, like to Kara or to Gabby, since they don't really have all the money in the world. Keep the MAC-10 on a player with Kevlar. Spread the wealth.
And there's a good amount of utility around it as well, so they could easily just go for some... I mean, not sure if you really want to be sending that MAC-10 to scout somewhere, but use it to perhaps peek early and deal with it, for example, with a lurk. But it really depends. Spawn, of course, also playing a big part.
Car spawn's not great at all. It's kind of at the back.
Yeah.
Good start from 9 pandas. I'm going with 9 pandas.
Yeah.
That's enough for me. I'm gonna go to Chengdu eventually. Sometimes when I need like a random flight somewhere to keep my flight status. Chengdu is normally the option. Like, all right, it's getting to December. Need some extra points. Let's go Chengdu. Full of spicy food, which I can't handle, but also pandas. So, you know,
Hey.
take one for the team. Go see some pandas. maybe later this year. Might need the Chengdu flight. FURIA versus 9 Pandas. Best of one on Mirage. So what have we seen so far? We've seen Vertigo, Inferno, Ancient, and Mirage. I don't think I'm the only person who's convinced we're going to see some Anubis when the best of threes come out.
Yes. No, 100%.
There's a few teams who look ready to play some Anubis. I think CLG insta-banned Anubis today.
Yeah.
HSG more or less left it floating. There was someone else. There was another one where it was open kind of late in the veto. There are some other teams who are threatening an Anubis.
Yeah, I think Na'Vi, for example, I mean, obviously CLG just banned it, but Na'Vi have played it, before have played it. I'm not too sure how HSG is looking upon it. They kept it probably just afloat, looking the way, before was going to be responding. And the thing that I'm actually very fascinated by is the fact that 9 Pandas have decided to veto it here. Because I feel that perhaps FURIA are not really too much into Anubis as of yet. 9 Pandas have played it. That was in the qualifier actually here for Katowice. They lost it to Na'Vi, but it was relatively close. So I feel like, perhaps they feel confident, but I guess in this case, going up against FURIA, maybe not as much, because it is that bit more of a gamble.
9 Pandas looking to charge straight into the A bomb site and stop FURIA getting up to any shenanigans. OLGA was in the right place with the MAC-10. This is still a workable round for the continuing force fire of FURIA. Support flashes for the scout will be dropped. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Izzat making things really dangerous now. 2 bullets remain in the magazine. Gonna get a reload in. AK-47 will certainly help. 1 versus 2. I thought maybe 2 kills would be enough, but there's a potential for a lot more. Victoria will stop the bleeding. That one got a little dangerous, but the clean sheet remains.
Yeah, 3 rounds in a row, but now FURIA have enough bank to really come into contestment here for the 4th round up on the board. But still, the pistols, they look sharp and clean. Now let's see if FURIA are now warmed up enough to get their first round up on the board. We have Ka coming with the big rain gun into her hand. So far, OLGA then dealing with middle. Gets smoked off, but spotted a couple of players, but also needs to be careful because she's only 15 HP.
Jump peeking towards B. Gabby is a one-woman fortress as far as B bomb sites are concerned. 9 Pandas will look to offer a good test though. Ooh, they are dropping like flies in round 4 are FURIA. Car and Gabby remain. Wonder if Carl will go to join Gabby and maybe and save on the B bomb site if everybody heads towards A. For now, she's still around connector. Xu's lurking on the ramp. Indeed, I do wonder if Carl's going to be heading back towards B. Jungle being smoked off. Sorry, top connector. Yeah, it seems like it will be a save after all. So 9 Pandas will continue the clean sheet for the time being. On the subject of Anubis, like I've spoken to a few different players from a few different teams recently. One team like a month or 2 ago was saying that they wanted to see if Anubis was going to go through any significant changes before picking it up. But I think since then it's become clear that it probably isn't going to have a significant change. So while I think at the time maybe it was they were leaning towards veto, I don't know if that particular team will be leaning towards playing it. But again, we've got plenty of time to find out.
Especially the best of threes might force you to go for it. And especially for the teams that have an insta-ban of a different map as well. It's not going to be leaving you with many options. So how deep do you want to be going? I know that FURIA, I think earlier they were opting to try for a sort of 7 map pool, but right now, it's only time needs to tell. if that is quite the case. How strong are they, for example, going to be on Anubis? But for now, just the best of one. So it won't really be played, but perhaps later on the day.
FURIA still looking to get on the boards. OLGA not shy to pick the window. It's interesting, it's OLGA repeatedly going into the window rather than the AWP, which, like on the CT side, part of your job is to go towards the window, get smoked, and then go somewhere else. Seems they're not really bothering with that. We have seen early incendiaries in the window as well from FURIA to keep their options open, to keep their vision open, like the previous round. But it is an expensive job, as we can see. OLGA once again low on health. She can hear that connector has been taken. Not sure if there's anyone has an angle to really throw a flash for her. Just a dry swing there from Tati and a trade from Elizabeth. That's some good map control for 9 Pandas.
And connector is being compromised, so you could see it forces the rotation to come through. The long way around through CT. Bokor from Dark still strikes with 1 kill, but not before a trade is up on the board again. But still, numbers advantage for FURIA and health as well. As Victoria took quite a hit earlier on already. So with 30 seconds left, they need to get a move on, and looks to be B. There's only one player then. If they can deal with the presence of Carter, for example, flashbangs left in the hands of Ksu. But they are missing. Car is not blind whatsoever, and now Victoria, with only 15 seconds left, needs to get a move on very, very quick. And Gabi is already rotated over. So with that, FURIA get their first round up on the board. Calm, nothing really that much to worry about, just playing the numbers advantage. And with that, a round win.
First one on the board. They've got plenty of building to do on their CT side. I think Victoria was just trying to make it a little more expensive, hunting for a frag. Of course, she had the option to save the AWP, which she had to buy, but they want to keep the CTs as poor as possible. Waiting for that rotation. Not going to take the bait from Car. Got to be real careful about your rotations. That's a warning sign for Car for the rest of the half to come. Let you take a position somewhere and then force you to rotate into the AWP. Can also be a problem. T's crouching, coming out of ramp now, and that's going to drop bokor. Nasty surprise for FURIA. They're in trouble now, 3 on 5.
They're still stuck on Tetris, so they haven't really decided to make a move just yet, but just waiting for all the util to fall down right upon the side. Nothing to really deal with CT apart from their Molotov, so there were still some chances for FURIA, but now as OLGA has fallen as well, with the second is becoming more and more difficult. They're still going to be trying to go for it. Gabby at least finds one, but only with 1 HP left to a name, and a nade will become her death. So a good bounce back coming out of 9 Pandas, and so far so good. 5 in 1.
Not the reset FURIA were looking for, but a great start from 9 Pandas. I love their custom jerseys for the event as well. Make Katowice remember. They've come prepared. They've come to show something on the server as well as on their jerseys. They have come with intent, and they're showing it to FURIA at present. You've got to try and figure this out quickly. Their loss bonus is pretty much maximum for FURIA, but this is likely to be a half-buy round from them. They've taken the time out to absorb what has happened and try and find a way to turn things around here. You wonder if we'll see more presence in the mid position. It's mainly been OLGA early, sometimes with success. Let's have a look at who's doing what. Elizabeth is leading with 7 kills at the moment. No one with more than 3 for FURIA in these early rounds here on Mirage.
Now for now, I've actually decided to stack up a little bit more heavier upon that A side. Obviously, with limited amount of weaponry, you can't really be going for a lot of crazy pushes or perhaps, holding window with a pistol. certainly is going to be quite the task. So they leave OLGA with a bit more close range potential instead here in Connector. But hearing the reloads on the other side certainly make you a bit more scared. So they back off for now. So does IEMImpact, grouping up this time around. I mean, it seems like towards that A-bomb site.
FURIA playing close quarters. Essentially a bait setup, but that is a perfect way to break it with the Molotov. A smoke straight away though. Now we're talking about variants. Kasu taking a headshot. They're not going to check for another character, are they? Another player. Maybe a latecomer does. They are still edging forward from the ramp, but time is starting to slow down, and that's an important frag onto OLGA. But Iza, will she be checked for?
Oh! Uh-oh.
Trigger discipline. That's a bomb carrier. There's a second frag. Beautiful from Iza. Her teammates can play off of that from CT spawn now, but their angle's being held, or were being held by Kasu. This is a big problem for 9 Pandas. Gabby in a 1 versus 2, trying to find some semblance of a wallbang. Elizabeth could be one shot as well with this scout. She can still find a 1v1 if she finds the right angle, Gabby. Wondering where the trade fragger is. Starting to come out eventually. Dangerous round, but they pass the test.
Good double swing there at the end. Making sure that once the presence has been noted on the back of that missed shot, to then go swing together. Widening your chances, and yeah, it's a shame that this was able to happen. Is of course the trigger discipline, so really well done to try and keep FURIA in it. Considering that was a minimal investment, FURIA definitely did well. But at the end of the day, the gap certainly is present. 5 rounds between these two teams. 9 Pandas are off on a roll. And especially if they're going to be stealing away this buy round of FURIA as well.
I wonder if we'll see Gabby push up further with the AWP in the apartments a bit later on. That would allow them to focus more on the A-bomb site. Tati starting to creep forward. Surely she goes straight into the AWP here. Will there be a jiggle? Will there be a spot of elbow? Getting very close to that reticle. A lot of people joining her as well. Oh, she spotted it, but she's completely whiffed.
Oh.
Forced her from her position, eating the flashbangs as well. But maybe she can run distraction for Iza under the window. Posting up of a bit of moving and accuracy before firing, but Iza will clean up the mess on the B bomb site.
Luckily, Iza's still here. Gabby had to fall back a little bit further. Bokor does now chime in as well. But it looks to be 9 Pandas are hoping to find a way back in, but the numbers are not lying. FURIA with 4 players up, making it very difficult for Keisu to find anything else up in that round. So this is the bounce back that FURIA need. Sort of their way back in. But the important question is, can they find a conversion, or will it again be a round 1 in isolation?
Double ops will continue. Looks like an intention for a fast one from the Pandas. Bokor hiding in plain sight at present. Lots of flashbangs. Great position. Advantage. FURIA trades are here eventually. 3 on 3. OLGA forced away. Bomb plant needs to come in soon. Good use of the flashbangs at the very least. CT is a question mark though. So how do they get the bomb planted here? We can see Gabby just holding an angle now. Last round she just started strafing before shooting, which meant firing blanks, but could easily correct it for this round. Not challenged just yet. Short plant's possible with the smoke up. Retake situation for FURIA.
Victoria spot a player. Tati will peek on the back of that. So that is already a player going their way, but Iza at least makes it contesting. A 2-on-2, and Gabby now working her way up through CT. Oh, Tati Ooh, okay, well, they hang on. 9 Pandas again steal away the hope of FURIA, left empty-handed. Now, because of the loss bonus, FURIA can go and buy again if they want to. It's mainly Car being a little bit on the lower end. But this is really, really scary. 9 Pandas already up on 7. And they're stealing away these very, very important rounds.
Even in these best of ones, we are seeing the threat of upsets from a number of different teams, which is great. We're seeing market improvement. This is on paper, this is a bizarre scoreline to see FURIA on the receiving end of, especially considering what we saw last LAN, but in that sense, it's fantastic. 9 Pandas are not here to play. They are here to frag. They are here to take the wins by force. So far, so good in that respect. 5-round lead for them, and indeed, FURIA will be buying once again. They'll be lacking here and there. Car leaving some money in the hole for an AWP later on. But these half-buys have been dangerous as well. FURIA, well, this isn't a half-buy, but the half-buys have been dangerous for FURIA. And this round will be dangerous as well, as far as 9 Pandas are concerned. Let's not forget that A push that they almost lost earlier on. FURIA are very well equipped to make some plays here, use some counter flashes. Again, focusing with 3 players towards A, sorry. Basically 4 with OLGA as well. Doesn't have too much to do in the window, just needs to be more concerned of connector where Elizabeth is.
I thought perhaps OLGA is going to be taking a bit more of a peek in towards window. Sure, there's a smoke, but you want to make sure no one is going to be boosting up in the window. Goes towards B instead. Might be the right guess. Gabby, though, is about to be tested, completely unaware of how close players already are. So that means the pressure's on up for OLGA. Only good for 1, and the trades are back up on the board. So with that means it's a pretty empty B bomb site right now. The CTs are still rotating in. They managed to catch at least the lurker. But that definitely was risky. Car going for a bit of a solo play, hoping to catch anyone on the back of the bomb plant, but not really met with an opening. So with that, Molotov up on short, more delays happening. But they are still going to be trying it.
There's me thinking that was an awkward angle for Victoria. There is no awkward angle for Victoria. Bokor will fall back and save the M4A4, and 9 Pandas are looking for an 8th round. M4 denied, so Car's only got a deagle to show for their woes in this round. She might just steal an AWP away. Absolutely she will. Thank you and goodbye. That is quite the pickup from them. If they can get something done with it in the next round is another question. A huge tear of rounds from 9 Pandas on this T side. Just surging into the B bomb site, playing contact, sending it then with the AKs. Victoria, the can opener, of course, once she's in position, very hard to dislodge her.
No, from how these rounds have been going so far, I wouldn't almost say that this is FURIA's best map. Out of all, they played it so much. Even looked really solid, you know, take Enigma Galaxy for example. But right now, they are almost hanging on for dear life. Again, this round, it's a bit more of a half-buy, making sure to have enough cash in the next round. So definitely is not an easy round, and there definitely are already 3 players down. Hoping to catch anything, but it will only be Tati. So that means the money is back up on a very stable spot for 9 Pandas. And as we are slowly creeping in towards the latter stages of this first half, it's like almost like all the pressure has been lifted up from their shoulders, and it's right now up on FURIA's.
6th round still possible for FURIA. Double AWPs again. Love to see them get that AWP on B a little bit further in. OLGA trying to hold down short. Bokor will at least trade the frag, and indeed, Gabby has gone deeper on the ramp, and Car just needed a little more from that. Even with 3 HP, Victoria will be very, very dangerous. So we have seen a response. Of course, FURIA have lost a player early in this particular round, but They have sent Gabby deeper into the apps to allow more players to focus elsewhere, which they were doing already, I feel like, and it still wasn't really working out for them.
No, right now, 9 Pandas looking to group up. And this is interesting. Going to be switching around some players on the side of FURIA. Making sure to have that up of car over towards the A side instead of B. But now, Iza finds the first point here of contact, making a double kill. And so far, this hold seems to be good. That's 3 for her up on the board. Keisu now hanging on all by herself. Will throw in a Molotov. Ooh, that almost could have been an opportunity, but bokor will find the final blow. And FURIA bounce back. That's at least now a 3rd round up on the board. But honestly, they probably need to be winning these like 3 rounds in a row right now to really get back into the game.
Definitely possible if they win the next one. 9 Pandas might be somewhat broke, so that would certainly help. I was wondering about FURIA there. We had Gabby in that very forward position in the apps, as we mentioned, and then they instantly went to, well, Gabby had to hold connector from the short area, and the rest of the team kind of fell back to play very, very passive indeed, reactive CS, but it worked out for them. The deficit now reduced to 6, which is still quite a lot for the first half of Mirage. Best of 1 territory still. This would be a huge W for 9 Pandas if they can keep this up. Starting to run low. This is almost all of their money invested. Elizabeth has a little, but the rest of them have basically nothing. So they'll start to come up short on grenades. Tati having to go for the Galil. Very important round for FURIA to win if they want to keep it close at half-time.
So OLGA immediately spots that there are players towards top of middle, goes for a bit of more of an aggressive position, but honestly it is very, very risky to try and commit to that. So have Car then sitting on the back, and so far they all go unnoticed. Creeping through the lower end. OLGA now here in connector, waiting them up. Spots a player right on the top of the smoke. Oh, and finds the AK. Did she miss the player creeping through though?
Possibly. Maybe the work is being done. OLGA will be lost. That's a bomb carrier as well. Heading towards the B bomb site. She keeps running, and Car should at least hear her from the short area. Needs to start walking eventually. Okay, so Tati's conceded her position now, but let's see if she makes it out of the window. She will be denied. Too much information for the FURIA side, and they'll get an easy finish to a 4th round on the board. 2 rounds remain now, and indeed they have broken the money of 9 Pandas. So this is a chance that they have made for themselves, FURIA. They've broken the cash sorry, this is the chance that 9 Pandas have made for themselves. They've broken FURIA's money. Okay, my brain's gone completely backwards. FURIA have broken 9 Pandas' money, and now they can make it to 6. I got up too early today.
Well, let's see. It's bag locks and a waterfall. It will seem to be good damage upon Iza. Iza will fall after getting 1 kill herself. But yeah, we can't deny, of course, the firepower that these AKs have, and the nade. Oh, we love to see it. OLGA will finish that one off. So with that, we are going with a 5-9 here into the last round of the half. Plenty of money for FURIA now to work with, and another reinvestment coming through from 9 Pandas. No up from the looks of things. Simply can't quite afford it. But they will have AKs, they will have U2 around it. So should be enough to contest again against FURIA. So it's going to be a question. Are they going to be making double digits? Or will the last round go the way of FURIA?
Tech pause at the moment. For 9 Pandas. See them motioning to the issue that needs to be solved. So a rough start for FURIA at the beginning. We saw 6 rounds from 7 for 9 Pandas, but there's a second win towards the end of the half from FURIA, who now have a chance to finish on 6th. 14 kills for Iza, 13 for Tati. Those are the leaders at the moment. Bokor's in the middle for FURIA, so everybody turning up. Just got some outliers going a little further.
So, of course, FURIA have now slowly started to get their momentum back up on the board.
Enjoying the cameras.
Oh, yes. Love to see
Still a novelty.
I mean, OLGA certainly is one of those fan favorites as well. Everyone seems to love her. Like, yeah, there's no way you can't love her.
There's so much personality on the server
Yes.
and out of the server from her. Definitely a favorite to watch. Always one to look forward to. That's a really nice tattoo. I think Gabby's my favorite FURIA player, though. Holding down the B-bomb sites, she tends to defend them well. And she's so focused in the middle of the match as well. It's great to see. Good example. Isn't that nice? Love a bit of floral pattern.
It looks nice. It almost looks like a knife. We can't see the bottom.
It could be a knife.
It could be like, yeah.
It could be a giant round, like a 308 round or something.
Yeah. Either way, it looks cool.
Lovely stuff.
Badass. That's what we call that. Oh, look at that. I see,
turtleneck.
I see a wild
Lovely.
Anna in the crowd.
Steve Job type. Oh, shout outs to Anna.
Thumbs up.
I was telling the internet how proud I was to drop you an AWP a few weeks ago, Anna. I won't drop an AWP to Kenny S, but to Anna, no questions asked.
If you want to win, you better do that.
Yeah, especially taking orders from Vilga. Don't want to get in trouble. Quick round restore, and hopefully we'll be back into the action. Shaking her head. She's clearly looking at the new skins in the game like, oh, not impressed with this. This is not the AWP I wanted. But the anime M4, absolutely. Give me one of those.
Yes.
Waiting for the prices to go down.
Yeah.
Then we'll take the anime M4. B-Dog wants one as well.
Slap some salty stickers up on it. Will look dope as hell. But now we are going to be going back into the action. FURIA desperately want to be getting that 6th round up on the board. And already, oh, look at the amount of flashbangs. Car was in a bit of trouble for a second, but she does manage to escape. Having OLGA as a bit of a safety net around here, working from window and connector. So they can escape for now. And all 5 of them remain.
They'll hear the connection. I'm tongue-tied today. Tati will hear the connection of the smoke with OLGA in connector, but that's no surprise. If OLGA's alive, she's looking for jewels around that position on the CT side. That has been the story of the half. Victoria now carrying the bomb towards A. The split might be on, but first they need to deal with OLGA and connector. Got 2 players moving around this mid position, and OLGA is hungry for a frag. 11 on the board so far. Could be 13 if she plays her cards right. Still has support from short as well that needs to be dealt with. In the meantime, Car is waiting for the swing wide. That'll soon be the bomb on the radar. OLGA has been dropped in connector. That's going to be a problem. Bokor will have to hold things down now, but we've got another lurker coming through in Fatal. Takes one in the face. That's a huge frag. Running out of bullets, though. She'll go down eventually.
And especially now with Gabby making it even up on the board. FURIA are not out of this yet, especially with the bomb that is still yet to go down and now gets dropped by Car on the op. Keisu now only 20 seconds left. And they know where one player is, but does she know where the second one is going to be coming from? And with that shot as well, so low on health, so much time chipped away, and she's going to be planting full CT, walking straight into the hands of her opponent, and with that, a 9-6 half. Now, FURIA still have a lot of rounds to make up for, and can they do it? We will see after a short break. Who would have thought FURIA being down up on their potential best maps that is up for them up on the board? So Fearless, 9 Pandas. They are looking phenomenal so far up in their CT, or excuse me, that T side. But now on CT, they got to deliver as well. 3 rounds up, potential for a 10th up here with this pistol. And that means the stakes for FURIA are especially high.
A with smokes, the classic. Very curious to see where Iz's HE will go towards CT, but there is no one CT. They can flash their way in. There is the swing. They'll find out the best way. So, smoke, jungle connector, take CT. Time to plant the bomb. Bomb's been planted. Retake territory for 9 Pandas. Lots of headshots to come from Kara and Olga. That much is for sure. Look how patient Olga is with the Glock there. Massive work done, and Fatal's got so much to do. 1v3 now. She needs to find an ace to bring this one back. She has a defuse kit and some Kevlar. She can take the odd bullet, but not to the face, of course. Being denied now, they will not engage. Just dancing around, wasting as much time as possible, inviting Gabby to finish off the job there. FURIA take the T-side pistol. So both teams will split the pistols there, putting them both on their T-side. We'll see what 9 Pandas choose to do from here.
It's going to be difficult knowing that FURIA have not only just won it, have the bomb plan around it. That means that cash is going to be through the roof. They will call a timeout though, just to make sure that they have a plan ahead. And I see a scout being bought in the hands of Victoria and pistols and MP9s around it. That means a force will be here. And let's see what 9 Pandas are going to be pulling out of their strat book to deal with the pushes that are going to be coming out of FURIA right now.
I love the overwhelming utility that FURIA have prioritized here. Not taking any chances in a best of one. Galil and Util over AKs. And the lack of Molotovs especially would be less than ideal. Some initial offerings, but it doesn't look like they're going to commit behind this. They still have 2 more Molotovs in the hole. Bomb being collected now. Potential split of the B bomb site, perhaps.
We're just waiting a little bit. See if anyone is going to be pushing, peeking, who knows what. But all of 9 Pandas are sitting tight. 3 players here present. Tati, perhaps with the MP9 close range. Well, it is good for 1. Not quite good for 2. And Victoria also will fall. Elizabeth leaves with 1 more back. But at the end of the day, it is 2 Galils and an AK up against twice a pistol and an MP9. No utility left. Will make things very, very difficult. Now, all 3 of the CTs are gathered up here. And that means that FURIA might be actually walking into the stack. Uh-oh. That could mean trouble. Keisu finds a kill. That's OLGA down. And of course, looks that they want to be sending the bomb right the other way. But only 20 seconds left. So who knows what could still happen. At least Carl will find 1. Will Molotov as well to delay any further pushes. So that means Elizabeth will have to go the long way around. And Keisu is the only point of contact.
Oh boy, that is quite the change. Gabby now with 33 HP. Elizabeth has an idea of where she is. Gabby disengaging. She can play for the beeps now. Lovely jump peek from her. Has all the information she needs. Deploying the flashbang as well. Elizabeth has a kit. Now, it's basically a coin flip. Does she go for the dry defuse? Oh, Gabby gets around the corner and just invites her all the way to spawn. But she might have time to defuse this bomb. Let's find out. She's going to head towards it and try and get the defuse in.
It's gonna be so incredibly close. Just a single second left. But yes, 9 Pandas, they got it. And with that, double digits now for them up on the board. And man, that was incredibly close, because the fact that I mean, the flashbang that was being thrown out of FURIA definitely revealed as to where they went to hide. So the only real way to get yourself a shot is to try and rush right after it. Makes it difficult, but still, just enough time to get that defuse in.
She really dragged her all the way to T-spawn. And she was still able to make it back to defuse the bomb. That's pretty awesome. Early trouble then for FURIA. I did think to myself, if Kasu lands a Deagle shot on B, the percentages will change dramatically. But now it's a chance for FURIA to try and turn things around. 9 Pandas losing players very, very early. FURIA love a bit of aggression on their T side. Two of the 3 players have Kevlar for FURIA. They've done a lot of damage already, if you think about it. This double peak could be very dangerous indeed as well. There are flashes in the hands of Victoria though, but they've got to get their skates on. Only Fatal has a defuse kit. Oh, running out of bullets just at the end. They're down to the USB. Now it's ring around the rosy time. Fatal's got the kit. She's the one who has to get on the bomb. Oh, she's got the only kit. They've got to go and rescue the kit. Get on the kit. Get on the bomb.
Oh, yeah, I don't think they have this. Surely not a second time around.
Oh, no.
Oh.
She swung to face the last player, but she was the only one with the kit. Time was low. Someone who's been fragged already needs to look at that. Who's got the kit? Who needs to swing? Keep them focused. Keep them close to that bomb.
It's a shame, again, coming down to the wire in these rounds. Definitely shows that FURIA are going to be making this close, and so is the gap between these two teams. Only 2 rounds separate these two. And the money is a bit more on the low end. They have an AWP back in the hands of Victoria. And a FAMAS, MP9s, and a Deagle. And the MP9s looking for some close range battles, but will fall to the Galil of Izza. At least that is information gathered, and you can see how fast forward Tati is positioned, looking for an opportunity, and we'll strike. That's one. And at least make things even up on the board again.
I will be shocked if 9 Pandas don't push this again later on. You can see Victoria doesn't know the status of jungle at the moment, currently in CT. But Tati just staying in this position is really strong for the time being. And Victoria, if she stays where she is, then we could see some more rotation coming through. Perfect for Tati. Finds the 3rd player. That's the bomb on the radar as well. Elizabeth's already on the way with a Desert Eagle. She can post up somewhere. If Victoria makes it to the window and Elizabeth hides, then we could see a catastrophe on this B bomb site from FURIA's point of view. Car heading into the site now, not checking the bench. Victoria by the door. There's a boost on default as well, but Elizabeth's going for the short player. The 1 dig is here though. Victoria's been dropped to the AWP. Maybe the chance has gone down to the 1v1. Kasu's got all the information. Threatening to win a force buy back again. OLGA dancing by the bench. Gets that final kill. Man, these rounds are scary.
And again, just when you think, all right, one team has it in the bag, sometimes some kills come through and you're all like, well, it might just happen. Who knows? But right now, even though FURIA have been winning now a couple of rounds in a row, it feels like it is anyone's game still. Now though, 9 Pandas forced to go for an ego. No money left in the bank, and a stacker will have to be in the hopes that the almost bad pistols can still deliver. It's a gamble. Might pay off. But let's see what the plan of FURIA is.
Yeah, it's the most you can really do. Try and concentrate the efforts together. Find some crossfires, some bait setups. Allow someone to be the attraction and play off of that. You've also got to hope they go the right way though. Pop flash for connector being lined up. Even if no one's there to swing, well, someone is there to swing, but that can also just invite a response in terms of people shooting if they're blind. So you can see OLGA is trying to find out, where are these guys? No one showing to the short position. Bangs and no response. At the same time, Izza's poking her way towards A. Not seeing anything on either side. What do they make of this? Obviously, they can see a lot more of the A bomb site than they can of B. So they've made the right read.
Oh, now
And start moving. And OLGA might need some help from Connector.
Could become tricky. Who knows what these pistols can do. So far, so good, though. OLGA finds 3. Card arrest. Or, excuse me, 2, and Card will find 3. So, with that, double digits now for FURIA as well. They have aligned themselves with the same scoreline as 9 Pandas. And 9 Pandas definitely need to be waking up a little bit here up on the CT side. Only 1 round 1 so far. And that means that this Baron certainly is going to be playing an important role for them to break the momentum that FURIA is having right now. Slowly building up Bank 2. So you want to be preventing that from going overboard. And get yourself back into the game.
Molly for the back boxes with a swing. But OLGA has a better angle. And they're not expecting this? Ooh. Don't play with your food. 15 HP in a dream. She's going to get wallbang if she's not careful. While this is happening, there is no one on the B bomb site anymore for 9 Pandas. They're focusing over towards A and mid. Seems that is where the fight will take place. So Tati's moving up mid. The bomb's just around the corner in the hands of Car and only Car, but Car's won her duel. Look at all these frags in mid. This is very expensive for 9 Pandas. Stu moving over towards B now. Maybe sound cues there for bokor. I don't know if she's close enough. Perhaps not. Many fights lost in mid for 9 Pandas. Mid's always going to be a problem versus the likes of FURIA. The bomb continues towards A, despite that frag. See if she's got the wallbang line up. A bit too far to the right on this occasion. In the clutch now, Kasu, no defuse kit, 1v3. Very difficult round. See her quietly backing away. I don't know if she makes it though. We can see the position towards jungle already. She might just be boxed in. We'll see if bokor takes an angle. FURIA are about to take the lead. They have had all but 1 round in this second half. That does not bode well for 9 Pandas.
Yeah, right now, struggles with economy. So, after again another loss taken, nothing left in the bank but a couple of pistols. And that means that you're most likely going to be playing the long run here. FURIA looking to get themselves a 12 round, widening the gap. And just being more and more comfortable. And look at this, a push coming through. 9 Pandas hoping to overwhelm perhaps with the pistols in hand. Will find one upon Gabby, but of course the bomb instantly is going to be making their way right to the other bomb site. There's one player here, which has in fact, there's an AK now picked up. Oh, well, okay.
Style points.
For sure.
I love that.
FURIA, yeah, well, this is, again, only a single player loss. Ideally, you want to perhaps see if you can take that AK back. Because if that's transferred over to the CT side, might come and hunt you later on. If you're 9 Pandas, ideally you want to hang on to it. Because anything, any little bit of help you can have towards your economy is a win. Now, exits here. Potential for Tati up on the line, almost a second. KSO can actually trade that one, so they make it relatively expensive, so keep the lid on as far as FURIA's economy goes, but at the end of the day, there is 2 players with more than 10k in the bank, so it's not even going to be hurting FURIA that much, which is real scary.
Beautiful. You just can't beat the movement in this game. You can bunny hop straight onto those shelves. But just a 180 to deliver a headshot. Love the confidence. from new to the team, bokor. It's one way to look like you've been there forever. This is a huge round for 9 Pandas. They need to find a way into this CT half as they have been struggling. The back and forth of the trades of force buys early was interesting, but they came up short on that in that regard. And now FURIA are starting to pull away. The patience here. Got to be real careful about those strafing because OLGA is already at the chair position. Smoke up in the window, smoke up top connector for the T side. Victoria down to 15 HP. Escape may be difficult now. This could be a bait setup as long as they don't get caught. bokor going to send it into the balcony. Elizabeth will deliver. Gabby's here as well. Just about dropped. Bomb lost in mid as well. Things turning around for 9 Pandas, but OLGA's found her way into the back of the B bomb site. But as I say that, she'll be laid to rest on the sofa.
Yeah, the initial push on mid actually looked really scary. OLGA in her perhaps favorite spot up on the map in towards chair. And when I just recall of how she was constantly being able to abuse that, take for example, the game against HSG during the Season 2 finals. It's very hard to get rid of her. But right now, that B-side push with then 2 players being present out of 9 Pandas was a really good hold. The initial balcony player not being spotted. And because of that, another round win. Ooh, well, Car hoping that her spawn was good enough for a peek against Fatal, but the answer seems to be no. And that means Victoria will, or excuse me, Fatal will come victorious as they have 2 ops now right in the hands of 9 Pandas. And that could become real scary as to, you know, FURIA is still yet to really get a lot of control going. At least they have window. And this is just holding it off for now, hoping that perhaps one of those ops is going to be walking right into her hands.
Elizabeth going to start watching CT now. As window and jungle have been abandoned in this round by 9 Pandas. FURIA in a position to split the A bomb site. Xu's going to be very important here. She'll need help from Victoria if she can find it. That's an alarm raised now, and Elizabeth will have to try and slink her way over. We can see Izza's made her way into the window. So there'll be a duel in CT spawn. I don't think Elizabeth saw her, but Xu certainly has. From the other side of the A-bomb site, and there's Victoria to cover Xu. This setup has worked very, very well for 9 Pandas. OLGA and bokor in the clutch now. Leaving bokor 1 versus 5, 28 seconds on the clock. Moving over for 1 kill. See if she can get a second. There is essentially a crossfire now. More flashes coming through as well. So 9 Pandas able to stabilize and get another round on the board. That was an important one for them.
Yeah, curious as to why FURIA, when they wanted to commit to that A-bomb site, there was not that much U2 in play. They knew from that warning shot of Victoria that the AWP was in play towards CT, and they did really absolutely nothing to deal with that. So it's just a dry peek coming out of Palace. Very easy for 9 Pandas to deal with the push. So with that, 12-12, an evened out scoreboard. But FURIA's money is a bit more on the low end. Perhaps 2 could sort of half buy, but the rest probably need to hold on to their cash in order to have reserves for the next round. So on paper, that could mean the 9 Pandas are going to be grabbing back the lead.
Tati and OLGA both on 21 frags. bokor with all the utility in this round. Looks like, well, let's see, the bombs in Palace alone. 9 Pandas. Do they hear this play towards connector? That's a big shot from Fatal. Already into the window is Izza. FURIA becoming a nuisance in this round, but quickly dealt with. Now bokor's left to throw some utility on the ramp. But there's no one left to throw it for. A Desert Eagle will have to do. Victoria's had quite enough of that. 500 HP round for 9 Pandas as they take the lead once more. 13-12 now. FURIA coming back on the bye.
This round is going to be crucial. Money is on the low end for FURIA, so if they're going to be losing it again, they are going to be in troubled water. That means 9 Pandas up on 14 within reaching distance of a victory. And FURIA desperately want to try and deny that. Go with a 4-man push, perhaps here in towards apartments. Just at least some very fast-paced aggression early on. Oh, Victoria missing a shot. Is able to escape. But that could have become real dicey for a second.
Very lucky to get away with that. Still forcing FURIA back. Faisal's there. Oh, they're both whiffing at a crucial time as well. This is where you seize control of the game. Can't afford to be missing the shots in a round such as this. Tati posted up now, as is Victoria. Look how committed 9 Pandas are towards A on the ramp under the palace. They need a rotation fast. Tati is almost flanking as fast as FURIA heading towards the A bomb site. Going in the underpass. Victoria needs to get her skates on. They don't have vision of short, but they've got to take a gamble here. 52 seconds on the clock. Sue quietly moving to the right-hand side. Is she good for a second one? So close. Maybe she's done enough damage if the team can capitalize. Full rotation is here for 9 Pandas now.
Lining up some counter util. At least a flash, but Molotov upon CT certainly will hurt. But okay, Elizabeth at least with a double kill before she will fall. Now Victoria and Tati trying to hang on. It's only Tati left now. She did find Gabby, but is now up against the AK of Car. She will be able to get that bomb planted. But it's going to be tricky. Boost upcoming from the window instead. Car was holding that for a second. But most likely he's going to be playing the long game. And this is scary. If a cross can happen, who knows? But this off angle, it doesn't get predicted as to where the bomb is planted. And with that, FURIA strike back with a 13th round now up on the board.
Not easily done by FURIA either. 9 Pandas got the information, rotated in time, but still couldn't win the round despite Elizabeth's multi-frag on the site. This is going to be a big round now. Someone's going to be in trouble after this one. 13 apiece. FURIA need this one a little bit more in terms of the money. They've got to get a consecutive round here. Very experienced at winning rounds on Mirage. Victoria looking to get aggressive. Olga flying through. Victoria trying to get out of there. How does she send it all the way, Olga? Looking over the smoke and down goes Victoria. Great time for Olga to come alive in a must-win round. And there's no vision of mid. That's pulled Tati away from the B bomb site, but she's heading back in there just at the right time because Elizabeth is certainly going to need the help.
We'll say goodbye to Elizabeth. Now at Tati as well. Bones alive in the fire. And Keisu and Faisal, an open M4. It's almost too crucial perhaps to not try and save, especially going up against a full stack. All 5 of FURIA are still alive. It's going to be an almost impossible task. So exit, it will have to be, and then try again the next. The 9 Pandas who have had chances up on the board certainly are going to be feeling the heat now that FURIA are going to be having 14.
Olga, the difference maker. Great timing on the flashes. No fear whatsoever. Creeping around the smoke to pick Victoria. And then the rest of the team, great flashes into B as well. 9 Pandas utterly blind, Molotovs everywhere. There'll be a timeout from 9 Pandas. They saved 2 ops in that round prior, so they can go for that balcony play once again. If they're lucky with the spawns, they might get the fast boost. See where Car is. Okay, she doesn't have a spawn towards the B bomb site. Could head towards A and have a go over there. If she has an... Actually, they don't have an AWP in this round at all. Well then, pressure is rising. 9 Pandas have looked to be in good shape. They're taking FURIA to the limit in Mirage. The question is, can they take it over the line? Can they score that upset? Or are FURIA coming to full strength now? That send from Olga in mid, in connector. Looking to do the same again, perhaps. Ignoring the flashes, straight through short, just like she always does. Oh. And there is the entry. Not, almost 2, so close. Elizabeth 7 HP. And again, it pulls people towards that mid position. Very important smoke to get down. Fatal got the information, but she needs to find the frags as well. Not a time for nerves. There we go. Izza is delivered. Tati has one by the bench. Very awkward. Not using all the bullets. That's a really big frag for her to find, leaving bokor in a 1 versus 3 now. Both teams fighting tooth and nail. bokor in the clutch, looking for a second one. Running low on bullets. 14 apiece. All the rounds coming here on Mirage.
Oh, it's only going to be a question. Which way is it going to be swinging? Perhaps even an OT on the line. It definitely is going to be asking a lot from both of these teams. A lot of mental capacity to keep your cool in order to come up top here in this opening matchup. Seems to be now a T timeout being called. Coming out of FURIA. Their last one. But both teams definitely need a bit of a moment to breathe. Think of what the plan is, where to go next, and how to deal with any pushes that are going to be coming your way.
Single sniper for 9 Pandas now. Car is back on the AWP as well. Victoria will start on the A-bomb site. Fatal up to some shenanigans with Ksu behind that short position. Does Izza have a read of what this means? Lovely from Ksu. Izza could try to punish, and they could lose a second play here. Instant trades. 3 remaining, but OLGA's in mid as well. And that means 9 Pandas don't leave with an advantage. Tati sees 2 players making their way in towards B now. Creeping, hasn't been heard making her way back to the sniper car, starting to wonder. That's the bomb dropped. bokor, they know she was there, but they can't deal with her just yet. Huge frags from bokor, turning things around now as Victoria starts creeping forward. She's got to know that the bomb was in the apartments. Won't be able to see it. Almost had an angle on bokor. And where is OLGA? Of course, OLGA's coming in from the back. Distraction being run in the meantime. And there's match point for FURIA. Big plays from bokor on that bomb site, clutching, keeping her team in the game, and OLGA to clean up from the back.
Now 9 Pandas will be using their own timeout here as well, their last remaining. And they need to be giving it everything they've got here. And it's not going to come easy. Because they had won a round prior, that means that there is no loss bonus. And the money is a little bit down the drain. It's going to be incredibly difficult. And P9s, FAMAs, and some upgraded pistols it will have to be. Now, of course, it was also still relatively costly on the side of FURIA, so no op. Is there with a Mech 10? But at the end of the day, a lot of a better buy.
OLGA's so hard to beat on mid. But again, bokor stepping up early. Some people think, you know, so young you'll be nervous. Another school of thought is so young you don't care. You're just in there fragging. Off you go. No bother at all. That seems to be true for bokor. 9 Pandas must prevail. Classic setup here. This pot flash though, that's going to be a meaty one. They know exactly the setup, but can they deal with it? Ksu almost with 2, almost, but not quite. That means a surge into the bomb site. No one else is here for 9 Pandas.
All of them seem to be wanting to rotate in through the long way around. Window room is in control. Smokes, mollies, you name it, it is there. And 9 Pandas are left to come out of this same choke point. No flashes, only one smoke. They are trying to perhaps line it up. But it's going to become difficult. Okay, perhaps not. There are some kills present. But keep in mind that there are still... Oh, hold on a second! We had someone already being sitting up on the defuse, and FURIA thinking they still have enough time.
Straight robbery from 9 Pandas. No messing about. FURIA, like, okay, let's just reposition here, and the bomb's just getting straight defused. Elizabeth had the kit, the rest had the cover, and off we go to the races once again. Timeout I think all of us were resigned to FURIA winning that map, but that's simply not the case. Robbery. That's a hell of a round from 9 Pandas, but we're straight back into it. FURIA looking for something on the ramp, not being given much of anything. And then falling back, very hungry for an early frag there, but not chasing it too far. Completely disengaging from the A ramp.
Let's see, we have seen, of course, FURIA being absolutely painful to 9 Pandas when it comes to mid. And now, flash coming through. Victoria wasn't necessarily blinded, but didn't quite get the kill either. But the presence has been noticed, so immediately some utility being thrown to, for push word to come through, to delay them, or at least keep them at bay for now. But that means that FURIA certainly is looking to get back into their favorite spot, which is middle. Top of con smoked, and that means there is free range of short right now.
Maybe a change in approach. Let OLGA have the mid position. Can't plant the bomb there, as long as we're alive. So that's some information for FURIA. Still looking for their opening frag versus 2 snipers, and there it is. Fatal to be dropped, and Kasu's not far behind. Elizabeth will be denied as well. A bomb site completely wiped out here. 2v5 now. Victoria might have to think about saving here, honestly. Tati's going for it, though. Hold on. Okay, well, they're getting the kills, and now they're definitely going to commit everything to this. Tati's the only one with a defuse kit, but there are some on the floor, as we can see on the X-ray. Car has a great angle. There are no flashes. Oh, opportunity missed, though. Now they can post up the grenade. Look at the swing from Tati. Victoria's found a kit. Someone needs to get on this bomb, starting to defuse now. Unbelievable retake. A team kill towards the end as well. What happened in that round?
I am not sure what happened. I am not sure what happened to Iza as well, killing her teammate in such a crucial moment. And that's going to be devastating coming out of FURIA, being so many players up. And then it's
2v5.
It's slipping out of your hands, and this needs to be your round. You need to be able to punish, and it's not coming out of FURIA.
Oh, that's got to be hard to refocus into the game. 2v5 with a team kill as well. That's bananas. Double AWPs continue for 9 Pandas. If you have to buy an AWP every round, you might run out of money if you're not winning in overtime. But Victoria is Victoria. Who am I to ever doubt her?
Well, on the flip end, though, Fatal will go down. So that means 1 out. 4 more to go for FURIA. And immediately, look at this. 9 Pandas trying to apply a bit more pressure up on middle. But it is definitely going to be contested. A lot of util flying back and forth over towards ladder, over towards window. So on both ends, control has been denied. But FURIA are not looking to stop. Have actually players up in window. So who knows what they could do. But as you were saying, you can have middle, but you still need to get upon a bomb site. Oh, well, hello. That was a freebie for Kesu to pick up. So with bokor out, numbers are even up on the board, and time certainly is ticking. At least boy. Gabi. Oh, gun barrel spotted, will force out. Oh, Elizabeth almost remained alive for a second. And now with OLGA finding another one on top of things, it is getting tricky. Victoria honestly needed that shot in order to prevent the bomb from going down. It definitely won't come easy. There we go, last kill found. FURIA find themselves a way back in.
9 Pandas always proactive when they are 4 versus 5 early. Trying to poke from the balcony, then using that as bait, but just hanging out too much in that sandwich position. Silence the barrel, compromising the position, and then FURIA get one back just as they lost one. Who leads at halftime then? Fatal's taken the bullet early in a few of these rounds. It's going to be Victoria who is sending it in the underpass, and bokor could be in for a nasty surprise if they hold the angles. There's an AWP here and rifle support. Kasu creeping up. Now Victoria has to trade this. Suddenly an awkward situation for her, but there's a push from the balcony as well. Are they ready for this? Tati swinging, but Izza's just gonna drive by with the AK.
Oh. Every single time they deal so much damage, but not quite a kill comes through. And the duel seemed to be won by FURIA here. So even though 3 players are tagged relatively low, there are still 4 players alive on the side of FURIA. Now the bomb being planted, Fatal certainly will hear that. Spots 1 player, will throw a nade. Ooh, that could become the end. Oh, 1 HP!
Wow.
Well, that's rough. Could have been a way back in, but it certainly won't come easy. I mean, it is the last round, of course, here, before we're going to be switching sides, so you need to be giving it everything you've got. But it definitely is a tough one. bokor will find the last 2, and FURIA will lead by 1 round.
Narrow margins in a number of these rounds. Could easily be one... It could easily be 9 Pandas one to the good here. But it isn't. It's FURIA. Very hard to deal with their T side. Now they move to the CT once again. And FURIA will be inspired by these double ops and do them as well. Car sending it. Olga looking to entertain in the mid position. Victoria trying to emulate her better Olga. Looking towards connector, but Olga's ready for it. bokor lost on the run. That's a big frag. She's been a huge problem, but have a look at that. Car with 2. Hopping all over the place. Parkour on the A bomb site to give FURIA a 2-person advantage. Made 1 now as Tati eventually trades. Smokes towards jungle connector. There's going to be a jungle smoke there, but maybe to no avail. Fatal 1 versus 3. Been difficult for her in recent rounds. 12 HP to try and clutch versus 2 players now. Carrying the bomb as well. Minute 10 on the clock. See where she chooses to go. FURIA still focused on the A bomb site. If the timing is in her favor, she may get past connector while they're not looking. Starting to head away from the A bomb site now. Both heading towards B. Not seeing anything towards connector. Does she wonder about the B bomb site? 29 seconds on the clock. FURIA playing together. Playing for a fast rotation.
This is the timing. At least there is a smoke and a Molotov for her to use. Oh, but she can't quite cross just in time enough. And with that, FURIA are going to be up on match point again. And it's a task of 9 Pandas to crawl back, similar like we saw a couple of rounds ago. We know they are capable of doing it. But FURIA are again within reaching distance.
Just the AKs for 9 Pandas on this T side. Single AWP for FURIA. OLGA again to deal with mid and connector. Got 3 players for 9 Pandas swinging on top mid. Bomb just falling back as Victoria's made her way in deep to this A bomb site. You're not done with this one just yet. Have a look at these frags coming through now. Kara and Gabby trying to do what they can. Gabby needs the multi-frag. Gabby with 3. She makes it doable for Kar. Drops a bomb as well. Kar's got so much info. Picking up the M4. Starts to rotate. She goes straight through in silence. Indeed she does. Hasn't got any sound cues though. But surely the bomb planter is around the site somewhere. Bit of pre-fight and know where she is now. And Kasu will win that round, but Gabby really made that one scary. Lightning strike from Gabby on the A bomb site. But still too difficult in the 1 versus 2. One more test for 9 Pandas to make it to a second overtime.
So now, 9 Pandas have found a lifeline. But they need another round up on the board for another overtime to be up ahead. Oh, look at this. Car going for an aggressive push. That scope certainly had to be heard by Keisu here. She's just holding it off. That at least is information as to where the ARPA is positioned. And now Pandas immediately go for a bit more of a middle push. Immediately try to apply the pressure, so the long-range battles are perhaps in their favor. And now OLGA is out as well.
It's a big pickup. OLGA with 31 kills. Always a problem. What's the next step now for 9 Pandas? Still over a minute on the clock. They've got tons of util. In position for an A split. Smoke in the mid window. Quite far to one side, actually, which was a bit strange. That will mean a trade, though. They start to speed up. Car trying to reposition. Bokor's going to be key now. 2 versus 4. 38 seconds. Izza's miles away, looking for 2. How much more has she got left? The M4A4 certainly helped, trying to do more. But maybe the 1 versus 2 for Izza is enough. Does she catch one crossing? But it's fate to stay on the site. Grenades towards jungle. Victoria has an incendiary. Izza's already deep, walking into a crossfire. And now she's got the info roughly. Where did Fatal go? On the site or in CT? Needs the 1v2. They can both play for the beeps here. They'll both have the angle. Victoria will deny, though. We're not done with this one just yet. Overtime, number 2. A sigh of relief from Victoria. And they can smile for a few seconds before the carnage continues.
FURIA are struggling to close it out. Now for the second time. And that means 9 Pandas got another shot up ahead to try and come victorious, to try and steal this map away. I mean, on paper, you know, this is just the best of 1, but it almost feels like this should perhaps be the map for FURIA. Everyone was sort of predicting it to be going this way, but instantly 9 Pandas are just going in 4-4, steamrolling up on the A side, kill after kill. And it's so incredibly tough now. FURIA met with smokes up ahead. Nothing they could really do, nothing they could try and stop this bomb plant. And a retake will have to be.
What an absolute send from 9 Pandas. Izza and Car remain. Let's not forget, we've seen a 2v5 already. Maybe this can be done as well. 1v2 for Car. If she loses this top, she'll have $6,000. They lose 2 in a row, then there might be issues here. Still going for it, though. Doesn't have a kit. They all seem to be in CT, so I think that is an issue here as well. We've already seen kit problems today. And indeed, Carl will be backing out there, so first round conceded to 9 Pandas. Do they go for another fast round? Do they keep the pace fast? Surely they wouldn't do the same thing twice, surely.
Oh, who knows? There's no timeouts left. So you gotta think quick. And FURIA need to be looking to adapt. They, of course, still have that saved AWP in the hands of Car, hoping to try and bounce back. Well, let's see, 9 Pandas with the majority on the way in towards apartments. Not quite gonna be perhaps the fast-paced push that you were hoping for. But it seems like they have an idea in mind.
Perfectly placed. Just make them all a bit softer. Olga wondering why no one's coming to her party in Connector. Oh, there's a guest. In the meantime, 9 Pandas making their way into the B bomb site. Fatal's lurking on B, but he needs to pick Gabby, and that's easier said than done, for sure. Even Victoria's not getting much with the AWP. Gabby just dancing around with the bursts and the sprays. Buying time for rotation. Victoria needs to keep trading, but Izza will deny. And the score is tied again.
So back and forth. And it's so hard to predict which way it's going to be going as well. The money is present on both ends. Both can afford a single AWP alongside the rifles. So it Could be anyone's game. But certainly, being 1 round up, going into the second half of this second OT, could be making a difference because there is not that many rounds to work with. So every single one is going to be crucial. Now, they being thrown into the top and middle didn't quite do that much. But OLGA is eager to try and contest again. Her favorite spot. Working on the back of that smoke. Misses the initial shot, but at least information gained.
So hard to get OLGA out of connector. So difficult. Always a problem is OLGA. Massive game changer for FURIA on Mirage especially. There's an early 5v4. Spots players trying to make their way into the window. FURIA being very active as they move around. A lot of players in CT. Might be heard by Elizabeth, but is she expecting, well, she knows OLGA is still alive. That means she's likely to be in this area somewhere. Fatal did manage to get boosted up. It's waiting for the right time. Denying Fatal now. The flash from Gabby. Stu was lurking elsewhere. Where is the bomb, I think, is a question. Oh, well, they just saw it in the hands of Elizabeth. That could go either way. I think Stu's going to go and ask questions of the B bomb site. Going to split B. They need to do it fast, though, because Bokor is just around the corner. Smoke's going to be posted up. Gabby's got a great angle. It's a free kill for her. Victoria's in an awkward position now in the red. Now she's dead, which leaves Kasu coming in from B. 10 seconds to rescue that bomb. Gabby will deny her as well. Gabzilla, the fortress of the B bomb site, denies left, right, and center. FURIA take 1 round lead as the sides change again.
Yeah, not sure why they didn't decide to double swing there. You know, they had their back covered. There was a smoke into place. So the best thing you could do is, you know, clear out these angles. You know, market is a common CT position to be holding from. So giving them individual duels is not quite the thing to be going for. So with that, FURIA can easily pick up the win. But 9 Pandas are not out of it yet. They managed to come into clutch into the last overtime. Perhaps maybe not setting up the pace fully here. Just playing a bit more passively. Middle is definitely a bit tricky. A Fatal, it's left to deal with bokor, who was shown some presence over towards apps. So that player is out.
I think 9 Pandas made a sound cue on the ramp, which Gabby heard, but they're moving into a different configuration now. Great fight for Mirage versus FURIA. Fearsome team on this map. 9 Pandas are meeting them blow for blow. The timing for Elizabeth is utterly brutal. Open sesame for FURIA. They try to find more on the A side. You can see Izza showing so much presence, and now they find out where Victoria is in all the wrong ways. Bomb being dropped by Victoria. Buying some time for herself. She's got Xu in the palace as well. Looking to help out. Gabby's creeping on the ramp in the meantime. 40 seconds on the clock. Fatal's got to stay towards B in case they try and make their way through jungle, but Tati's rotating on CT. Gabby from the ramp now looking for 2. And everything collapses for 9 Pandas.
It looks so good for a second, but as FURIA gain more and more time, they're already going to be positioned to deal with the rotations coming through, leaving only Fatal now left. It's going to be very difficult. There is a kit, there is a smoke. The smoke not quite lined up for the bomb. In fact, perhaps making it quite difficult. They will separate themselves from the initial ramp player, but not from the other 2 that were still left. And now FURIA again up on match point, and they have 2 chances now of doing so.
Pressure only rises for 9 Pandas. I think OLGA's got a pretty reasonable spawn for mid, but she's heading towards A, in fact. The whole team's heading towards A, so they might go for a fast one here. Let's try and shut them out with a surprise attack. Fast towards A, waiting for the Molotov. Ooh, don't want to be in the late part of that Molotov. Victoria sees everybody alive with 2 HP. Kasu may need some help. Stuck on Tetris for now, FURIA. Counter grenades coming out from 9 Pandas as Kasu swings and sees nothing. Now, Fatal's made her way towards top mid, so if there's a rotation, she's going to hear it if they run. But they know they have no map control, so they'll take their time. 1:20 on the clock here. People don't always check for the angle that Fatal is currently holding. Bokor going to try and find out what might be happening elsewhere. So what intel is Fatal sending back to the rest of the squad?
Some more delays. More util flash to peek into apartments. There is a bokor waiting. Tags up Tati. Not a kill just yet. Need to be falling back because you can't be affording to lose your life. At least FURIA...
Oh, they're all rotating.
Oh, the presence has been noted. But it certainly is quite the gamble stack. Now Fatal will go down as well, and that might just sell it.
Oh, Victoria's got 2 HP, and she's the only person on A. Completely compromised. They didn't get the sound cues. FURIA walking in T-spawn did enough of a job to bait the rotation. And have a look at these post-plant positions now. Car in the palace, 2 in jungle. They can even play a bait setup there. How on earth do 9 Pandas take this? They have their fuse kits. They've got 1 smoke grenade. Car's continuing to just throw junk out the window, essentially. And they've got a woman advantage. Once at a good car with the flicks. It's all falling to pieces now. Kasu's got to hope for the best here. Surely she's going to get sprayed into high heaven. Indeed she will. FURIA will retain. They'll defend Mirage over 9 Pandas. A great effort from them, but still pipped to the post eventually.
Yeah, but what a close one it was. It's almost a question, you know, what is this telling about FURIA as well? That they're struggling up against 9 Pandas. Whereas the last time these two teams met, it was a 16-3. Sure, it was a different map. But on paper, FURIA perhaps should be having a bit more of